What's up, y'all? It's Renee Nicole, and I'm back with another episode of Renee Nicole I Am, a day in the life. First of all, I'm rocking my Quickly Beautiful braid cap. I don't know what she calls it. I'll link it below, but it's quick and easy because I just did a deep conditioning, and I have my hair in some flat twist backs and threw on my little braid cap, and it's just easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Okay, so I'm gonna hop right into it. As y'all can tell, if you follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should. Renee Nicole I Am. I make it easy for you. Everything is Renee Nicole I Am. And I just got back from Greece. We made it to Greece. What a great, amazing time I had. If you're wondering, yes, traveling during the pandemic does have a few little hurdles. You have to either have been vaccinated or be able to show your negative COVID test within 72 hours of your travels. Even once we got there, we had to take a COVID test in Greece. Some people had to, some people didn't. So look it up through the Greek embassy. It'll tell you everything you need to know. So we started off in Athens, and Athens is, if you haven't been before, like a more city vibe, like a downtown, any of your like normal downtown vibes. It gives me like downtown LA. Yeah, it was very hot. They were in the middle of a heat wave. Now I'm back in Maryland, and they're in a heat wave as well, but it was like a good 105 degrees, which is like 45 Celsius. Everything was Celsius there. Anyway, but my ultimate favorite night of the trip was the very first night doing dinner in the sky. I'm in the sky. I had a blast. First of all, unlimited wine, 6-course meal. Food was the bomb. Views were the bomb. Can't remember how many feet up in the air you are, but go to Dinner in the Sky website. It'll tell you all the details you need to know. It was beautiful. We could see the Acropolis from the sky while dining and listening to good tunes. The staff was amazing. We met some other cool Black folks from French Guiana who we ended up meeting up with for the rest of the trip. So, because they were going to each city we were going to, but they would get there like a day after. So it was a great time. So that was Athens. The next day we ate at 360 Cocktail Bar, which was another gorgeous view. We had to take a million steps to get up to the top, but once we got there, breathtaking views. Then there were fireworks. It was just like perfect. Everything was just lined up perfectly. We finished the night off with ice cream and headed back to our apartment in downtown Athens before so that we could get some rest, because we had to get up early and take a ferry back to the next city, the island of Santorini. Santorini, if you don't know, is the beautiful island where you'll see everyone getting those beautiful photo ops with the white churches and the blue domes. So I got a nice view during our tour on day 4 of the, it's just a beautiful photo. I'll insert it here. Next to one of the cathedrals, and just the views there. It was super hot there too, even though we were, you know, near the water. But where we stayed was like way up the mountain, so that might be why. But needless to say, it was gorgeous, beautiful. There were some hiccups when it comes to like language barriers. Most people could speak English, some better than others. My Greek is non-existent. I learned a few words while I was there. Efkalisto. Please don't slay me if I said that wrong. I think that means thank you. Am I saying it right? Efkalisto. And then kalamata means how are you? Let me not even make myself look foolish, but I did learn a few words. But other than that, other than the heat and the, you know, some of the issues with ordering food or things like that, it was a great time. But my ultimate fave of the trip was our last stop in Mykonos. We took another ferry. This particular ferry, first of all the ferries were bomb. Like the ones we got on, at least, they were like flying. Like the seats were lush, and they were like, in the ferry going from Santorini to Mykonos, I slept almost the entire time because we didn't sleep much the night before. We had gone out and experienced the nightlife in Fila, I believe the city is called. And it was just like nightlife in any other city. Yeah, it was like, what is it? What can I compare it to? Maybe like what's a good comparison? Maybe like, what was the place we used to go to in DC? Adams Morgan. Maybe kind of like a small, very small scale Adams Morgan. But it was cool. Food, I stopped and got a gyro. I had asked one of our taxi drivers, Uber, but via taxi. There was like, you order Uber, but all of them were driving taxis. I asked one of the drivers what we should eat, like what's the good food, and he recommended souvlaki, and that's what I ordered at the 360 bar, and bomb. A1. I ordered that again in Santorini at our hotel. Bomb. And I am going to make it. I made, actually when I came home, I made gyros. But I said I'm gonna make some souvlaki with the remainder of, they use pork, and the pork was the bomb, but I bought chicken. So I'm gonna use the rest of the chicken to make some souvlaki. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll put it in my Instagram story so that you can see and get some of that smell-o-vision, because I'm smelling the chicken now. I just made it today and it was the bomb. Okay. Anyway, so we went from Santorini to Mykonos. I forgot to tell you, in Santorini, we took a boat ride on the Mediterranean Sea in the bluest water that I think I've ever seen. I mean, Bahamas has beautiful blue water. Where else have I been? Belize have pretty water, but Santorini's blue water blew everything out the park. So I jumped off the boat. Let me tell you, your girl ain't never jumped. Your girl don't really even swim in the ocean. Like, I'll get in, I'll put my feet in, but to actually be, I don't usually do it, but I did. I had a great time. The boat, again, had unlimited wine, and it had a full course meal. Everything was so good, and everything came with that delicious pita bread that I love, which is why I need to go on a cleanse. But so that was my second favorite part of the entire trip, between the dinner in the sky and the boat. And even though those were both in Athens and Santorini, my favorite city was still Mykonos. I think because we were right by the ocean and there was the breeze and it felt good and it was just comfortable. One of my favorite outfits that I wore, if you follow my blog on ReneeNicoleProductions.com, I did a write-up on how all of my outfits I got from Shein. Yes, every last one of them. And one of my favorite outfits was an all-white two-piece, high-waisted, actually no, not high-waisted, high split, like thigh split skirt and crop top, because we had an all-white dinner for the girl's birthday who we were celebrating, and that was my favorite outfit. And I wore that in Mykonos for our first night. We went to this fancy restaurant. Someone proposed. It was just such a beautiful affair. And I had a great time there. And then the last day we kind of chilled. That's not true. We took the quads, which are like ATVs, to the market. So me and a friend took one because we were gonna cook breakfast. So we fixed breakfast for everyone. We had this beautiful spread outside in our villa, which was a 6-bedroom villa with a beautiful pool, saltwater pool overlooking the ocean. Like our balconies, you walked outside and you just saw blue water everywhere. You saw city lights at night and like houses on the hills. It was just got nothing else. It's got views, it's got photo ops, okay? So your Instagram gonna be lit, okay? All of your photo albums gonna be like, okay, your grandchildren gonna be like, where was this, grandma? Where was this, pop? And you can say the beautiful country of Greece. So yeah, it was gorgeous, it was beautiful, and the food was delicious. I think the best part of Greece is the views and the food. Amazing. We spent the last day, after breakfast we went to the Tropicana bar, which is like a beach bar in Mykonos. Great drinks. The drinks were the bomb. And we went and just took some pictures in the ocean before heading back and swimming in the pool and heading back to the States. It was a tiresome trip. Like it just felt like we were on the go the whole time, but it was well worth it. For me, coming from the East Coast, I flew out of DC and Dulles, which is technically Virginia, and then flew from DC to Canada, Toronto. Okay, I was running through the six with my woes, and then met up with my group that was meeting me from LA. From there, we flew to Athens, which was another 9.5 hours or so. So it's an extensive trip, especially if you're flying coach. Next year I'm flying first class. I don't care what nobody say, but I did get an exit row on the way back, which made it much more comfortable. Yeah, and they feed you well, give you wine and all that good stuff, if you like that kind of thing. So it was a great time, all in all. I will share photos and videos. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already been flooded with all of that, so you probably felt like you were there with me. But yeah, I'll drop some here throughout the video. I just wanted to share with you my experience. I highly recommend Greece. I want to explore more of Europe. There's a lot of places that I want to go, and I'm hoping to go very soon. So I'll be praying that everyone is safe during these times, and that we'll be able to travel more. Who knows what type of restrictions they might be putting on us again soon, but in the time being, just stay safe, do the right thing. Whatever you feel like is the right thing, do that. But thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the journey. Be sure to check out Renee Nicole Productions. I got some nice merch over there for Name a Better Duo, which will be dropping again soon. There's some great news coming with that. And yeah, just follow what I'm doing over there. I love you guys. Read the blog as well. Share with a friend. Okay, and like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. You know what to do. It's your girl, Renee Nicole. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is Renee Nicole I Am. Follow me on all social medias, Renee Nicole I Am. Love you guys.